map. It shows the major ruling dynasties in different parts of the subcontinent between 7th and 12th centuries. Children, like today we talk about India as a country. Earlier, it was not a country. Rather, it was a part of the subcontinent which comprised Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bhutan, Myanmar, and some areas of Tibet. Let's first look at the northern part of the subcontinent. There were Chahmanas, who later came to be called Chauhans. Prithviraj Chauhan was a famous ruler of this dynasty. Then in the central part, there were Gurjar Pratihars. The eastern part was ruled by Palas, while the Rashtrakutas ruled in the Deccan. They also tried to gain control over central and northern part of the subcontinent. The southeastern part of the subcontinent was ruled by Chalukyas, while Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas ruled the southern part of the subcontinent. Children, if you remember the kings that we read about last year, they established large empires. They ran the administration of the empire all by themselves. This means that they took all the decisions to run the empire on their own. But if you look at this map carefully, the kingdoms established between 7th and 12th centuries were not that big. These kings ruled over small areas, and this was so because they were big landlords or warrior chiefs initially. They were the subordinates of kings and were
चुप
known
रहने के
as
लिए चुप चुप
Samantas.
चुप
Kings often gave them
चुप हो
land to
जाओ
administer,
अरे
and these Samans were expected to bring gifts for their kings or overlords. They were also expected to be present at their courts and provide them with military support. Slowly and gradually, these Samantas became powerful and rich, and they declared themselves to be Mahasamantas or Mahamandaleshwaras, means the great lord of a region. Sometimes they also became independent from their overlords. For instance, Rashtrakutas were the subordinates of the Chalukyas of Karnataka. In the mid-8th century, a Rashtrakuta chief, Danti Durga, overthrew his overlord and became king himself. Children, in class 6, we read about the Varna system, according to which only a Kshatriya could become a king, and Danti Durga was not a Kshatriya. Children, he performed a ritual called Hiranyagarbha with the help of Brahmanas. Hiranyagarbha literally means the golden womb. Children, it was a kind of religious ceremony. It was believed that those who performed this ritual would become Kshatriyas.
ये
Instances as well where men from powerful and influential families used their military skills to establish their kingdoms, like the Kadamba Mayur Sharman and the Gurjar Pratihara Harichandra. They both were Brahmins who gave up their traditional professions and took to arms and established their kingdoms in Karnataka and Rajasthan respectively. Many of these new kings adopted high-sounding titles. Tribhuvan Chakravarti means Lord of the Three Worlds, and so on. Children, according to Hindu mythology, the whole universe is divided into three worlds, and these three worlds are Earth, Heaven, and the underworld, that is, the world under the earth. Now, by taking these titles, the kings of this period wanted to show that they were all powerful. But in reality, They shared their power with their samantas as well as with the associations of brahmanas, traders, and peasants so that they could run their kingdoms efficiently. Children, to run the administration, these kings needed resources, and the resources were obtained from these people only. Peasants, cattle keeper, artisans were often persuaded or forced to give part of what they produced. Sometimes this share was claimed as rent because the king asserted that he owned the land. Traders were also asked to pay a part of their income. Children, the inscriptions of the Cholas who ruled in Tamil Nadu tell us about more than 400 taxes that were collected from people. The most common tax in the kingdom was vetting, which was taken not in cash but in the form of forced labor. Then there was another tax called Kadamai or land tax. There were other taxes like taxes on thatching the house, the use of a ladder to climb palm trees, a tax on getting family property, and so on. Children, you all know that we also pay a number of taxes, and in return, the government provides us various facilities like roads, street lights, parks, etc. The only difference is that we pay taxes in cash, and earlier they were paid in form of grains, animals, and services. Now, you have to consult your parents and make a list of the taxes that we pay these days. I'm sure you'll be able to do that. The resources thus collected from various categories of people were used to finance the king's establishment. Not only that, the kings also used these resources for the construction of temples and forts. They were also used to fight wars in order to acquire more wealth and land. Now the question arises, how did the king collect these taxes? The answer is that there were special functionaries to do this, who were generally recruited or appointed from influential families. And these positions were hereditary. Means if a person is appointed for the task, then after him his son will do it, and after him his son will continue. The same system was adopted in the army as well. And in many cases, the close relatives of the king were appointed to these positions. Children, now we will talk about the Shastri